Ugh. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Slim Ernie, and today I'm here with another video. Today we're gonna be doing some yoga, and I'm gonna drink a little bit of this coffee before we get started. I needed that. But anyways, today was officially my last day of fasting for 7 days. During my fast, it wasn't a dry fast, it wasn't a water fast, it was a fruit fast. So just fruit, water. I did have some coffee and some toast. But that was just because I was taking vitamins as I was doing it. So I needed something. And the caffeine is just to keep me activated and keep my brain turning as I'm working and doing other things throughout my day. But that fast definitely did help clear up my mind. View the way I view food is different. I was talking to some people about it because a lot of people ask, why do I fast since I'm already thin? I fast for different reasons. First, number one, fasting is very good if you want to clear your mind, right? And once you start fasting, you will begin to view food differently than you did before. You know, I always knew subconsciously, you shouldn't eat fast food. But once I started fasting, you begin to be a little bit more particular about what you want to put inside your body that's going to give you fuel. Like you don't go on a fast and the next thing you do is you go to McDonald's and the thing has you feeling like complete shit. Like my first meal to break my fast was a salad, and I had energy, because it was just a salad. Then I had tuna crackers, so I made some tuna and I was just eating it with some crackers. Then I was eating a lot of the tuna and crackers. I was eating a lot of that. Then I made a cheesesteak sandwich, which was banging. So yeah, usually after my fast, I usually become this fucking chef, because I realize that I don't want to eat fast food, you know, but slowly, it's like it's a slow progress. Like you slowly just take away different stores that you no longer eat, and you take the time to cook your own food and stuff of that sort, you know. I was thinking about making a workout video, but I'm like, what I really should be doing is some yoga. I really should be doing that. And it's crazy because it's been raining and it's been cold, so I haven't been able to go to the park to feed the geese and do yoga with them. But sooner or later, I am. Yeah. So, anyways, right, to get to kickstart yoga, first, number one, if you're a guy, you should be doing yoga, and if you work out, you should be doing yoga. Girls, guys, whatever you prefer to call yourself, right? You should be doing yoga. Yoga is from just a beginner standpoint is stretching, high level stretching, hour of stretching. A lot of people you go inside the gym immediately, no stretch, not even one of these. Immediately you start picking up weights, like that's immediately, and that's how injuries happen. That's how cramps happen. That's how you hurt yourself inside the gym because you're not stretching. You need to stretch. You need to loosen up your body, right? That's like the beginner's aspect of yoga. Now yoga originated in India. They was using it for meditation purposes. They wasn't doing it for just stretching. You know, they'll go inside of a pose and meditate for hours at a time in one position. You know, because usually you see like a lot of Buddhists, their favorite position is the lotus position. They sit there, they just after a while, your mind gets drifted off, because you're in this position that you're always in, but once you start doing it for a long period of time, sooner or later you're gonna want to move around, stretch out your body in different forms, you know, to keep the meditation going. So that's when you get people, they got the leg behind the head and all that other stuff. I'm not on that level. I usually just meditate like this, or as I'm walking around, I usually meditate. You know, you don't have to sit down to meditate. You know, you can, because meditating, you're just clearing out your mind, clearing out your thoughts. That's like level one to meditating, is just clearing out your mind. What I used to do, I used to force dream meditate. So I would force a dream lifestyle or reality that I would like to be in, and I just indulge in that dream, until it becomes reality. It's like I call it force dreaming. That's what I call it. That's what I call it. Well, what that's why I was talking to my first yoga teacher. I was talking to her about it, and it's crazy because usually a lot of females, they're usually the yoga teachers, and it's predominantly females that do yoga. You know, a lot of females, they do yoga to be flexible and stretch, but guys should be in it. Like in my yoga class, I take at my gym, it's like usually like only 2 3 guys counting me, and the rest is just a whole bunch of females, which I don't complain about. Me personally, you know. I always tell myself, like, and usually I sit by the glass, so like people, I don't sit all the way in the crowd. I usually sit near the glass, so like people that's inside the gym, they can see me. You know, and plus usually that's just the first spot that's available, so I usually just take it because a lot of people, they want to be seen by the outside people. A lot of people don't like being watched as they're doing a whole bunch of stretching. You got your legs over your head and shit like that, coochie all out. Ah, be crazy. And it's a good way to talk to some people. If you're inside the gym, like just join a class. You know, if a gym has a class. No, I can't. I told y'all a couple stories. I mean, talking to females at yoga. Cause usually I'm the only guy, and I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm young and I'm handsome, and I'm good at yoga. So they'll be like, they always be like, oh, I see you inside yoga all the time. Like, you're pretty good. They letting you know that they watch you and shit. You know. Oh yeah, yeah, blase, blase. And so it's always a good time at yoga, and especially if you're like if you do any sport, you should be doing yoga or any form of working out. Some guys think, it's girly, and you're not comfortable in yourself. I realize that, like, as a guy, you should be able to do whatever you want. Like, stop worrying about what people think about you, because none of that shit matters. You dig? None of that matters. No one's worried about you. We be thinking all these people worried about us and stuff. Ain't nobody worried about you. You dig? You know. Now I'm just going into different poses. You know. I mean, when I meditate, I'm not gonna post a video of me meditating, because me meditating is pretty simple, and it's just me sitting in one spot and not saying anything. Usually, it's me dreaming. I don't. I meditate sometimes. I should meditate in the morning. Should be doing that. You know. But sadly, I don't. I fucking. To be honest, I look at the alarm clock when I wake up, doom scroll, fucking rot my brain early in the morning. I only do it for, it depends, usually like 15, 20 minutes, you know. Then eat, get, and just go to the gym, which I'm learning that I should not be doing. I should not be doom scrolling because it's actually messing up my memory, you know. A person may say, how's doom scrolling messing up your memory? It's because you're processing so much information that you can't comprehend anything that you're actually watching. So, are you actually addicted to the content? Are you addicted to the light that's on your screen? Or you are addicted to the dopamine that you're getting? You know, it's something that you're getting. You can't really comprehend it. It's so much going on. You're scrolling, you're getting hit with too many different things at a time. You can't comprehend one thing. So when you get hit with a simple task, your mind is so used to different things being thrown at you that you can't comprehend that one thing that's in front of you. And I realize that, so I've been trying to ease off the the doom scrolling, you know, and get my mind back. That's why sometimes, you gotta fast, clear out your mind. Cause every time I fast, I always get something different. I always get some form of different information. You know, it was crazy during my fast. I was talking to my brother, because we was talking about smoking. And I was telling him I was about to smoke. It wasn't going to be a relapse for me because I was never addicted to smoking weed. But I was about to smoke some weed, and I caught myself. I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that, you know, because it's pointless, you know. Like, why am I doing that? You know, is there something in me that needs to be fulfilled? Most likely, I know what it is. So I was gonna smoke to leave to get rid of that thought that's inside my brain. Because I'd be like, man, why I always gotta do? I always have these conversations with myself. Like, it's so crazy. Like, me being by myself either made me a psychopath that talks to herself all the time, or just made me a stronger individual. Me being alone, I haven't figured that out yet. But usually when I'm by myself, I have these third party conversations with myself. I be knowing what's wrong with me majority of the time, but I be like, man, that's too hard. Fuck that shit. Why we always gotta do some hard shit? But it really is. But I'm not. It's nothing I'm doing is hard. It's just I put myself in a fucking predicament, that I shouldn't be putting myself in. You dig? Like, man, shouldn't be doing that, but doing it anyways. Then when I tell myself, we're not doing this no more, then I'm like, man, why we gotta do that? That's fucking hard. I don't want to stop doing what we're doing. I'm having a good time doing what I'm doing. But in all actuality, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. So it's just a lesson, you know, lesson at hand. You know. But it's crazy. I was watching old videos of myself, and I'm listening to myself, and I realized how much I changed as an individual. You know, let's turn around. It changed a lot. throughout my life. I just call it shedding, but oh man, it's a lot of things I used to do. I don't do no more. You know, I'm starting to realize a lot of stuff. One thing I've been realizing is wherever you go, you're gonna find different belief systems that people believe in different things. So that doesn't mean what you believe is wrong, you know, and it doesn't mean what you believe is right. You know, you may go somewhere else. Let me take a little break, have some coffee. You may go somewhere else and they believe in something else that may be better than what you believe in, but since you've been so programmed that you believe the way you was raised was right, that you don't change and you suffer instead of just changing, you know. Like I say like the American dream. And all actuality, it's the Americans' dream. This is what we dream about. This is our dream reality. Like we believe this is the right way to live. But if you go somewhere else, they believe in a whole different aspect of life. They don't believe in a thing that we believe in, and they're living just as happy or as happier than us. You know. And I've always been trying to find that. Try to go to different places and see what other people believe in, what other people are doing. You know, it's like you ever hear someone say, get rich in America, or it's something that I just always thought about, but get rich in America, use that currency to go somewhere else, you know, that your dollar stretch a little bit longer and live happily ever after. you know, and some people are like, that's cheating. I don't care if a person believes it's cheating because in my mind, I believe it's the smart way to go. You know, I don't want to be a slave to the system, especially as a Buddhist. Like, if you, it's so crazy because it's either you understand Buddha to the point that you know that you shouldn't worship Buddha, you should actually become Buddha. You know, like that's the whole thing in Buddhism. Like, it's two paths you can take. You can either worship it or you can just become it. Now, of course, becoming Buddha is difficult, because you have to break a lot of traits, a lot of habits, you know, be disciplined and believing in yourself on a whole nother level, you know. And some people don't have that. A lot of people they don't believe in themselves at all, you know. But it's neither here nor there. Cause I always tell people, I'm like, well, Buddha, he not working a job. I tell you that. He ain't clocking at no job, you know. He's somewhere else. He living by his truth and his only truth. He gonna be happy doing whatever he do. You know. It was so crazy. I was watching this. It was like this YouTube documentary of the inner Earth. Yeah, I think I told y'all about that, but I got this. I still haven't finished that book I'm reading now. But I'm gonna get some time. But it was talking about at the center of the universe. It's this entity. It's an entity called I think it's the master of the universe. Like he can destroy worlds, create worlds. He can pretty much do whatever. And he lives deep in the inner earth. But it's other humans. As humans, we call them gods because they have like special capabilities. Like they can just do all types of different things. They can stuff that's out of stuff that's out of our comprehension. You know, like stuff we be like we had just seen a movie. We think that's just a movie shit. Like they doing it in real life. And if someone was to come back and tell us what they did, we wouldn't even believe them. We're like, man, ain't no way. Because our mind is, there's no way you could do it because humans, we're the top. And if we can't do it, no one else can do it. You know? And first, that would completely destroy government control over people because the government's supposed to be the strongest thing out there. And how is this being more stronger than the government? You know? But I mean, conversations like that, I usually just have myself. I don't talk to no one about that because the average person, they don't want to hear a conversation like that. They like, man, what are you talking about? You probably think make it crazy, so really, I'm just saying what these books are saying. In all actuality, I ain't saying nothing new. But the books I'm reading, they not even. I mean, it's not publicized. It's not like promoted or publicized. I'm saying a word, but I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying the right word in my head, but it's coming out. It's coming out like poop. But oh yeah, I didn't even tell y'all. Yes, last yoga class. How? Oh shit. No wait. How stretch. I ain't gonna do too much today. Um, how it's some chick, right? I think I noticed her, but I haven't really noticed her because I be talking to some older chick in yoga, and I'm not really a guy that like, let's say, talk to chicks my age. Like if you know me, like I'm usually gonna try. My attention is gonna be towards like an older chick, but anyway, some chick, she like my age. She little white petite John, right? She got a really nice build. I think she do gymnastics. That's my guess. By just looking at her build, she looks like 5'3", little white girl. And oh fuck, I don't know how long she been there. But anyways, I'm leaving. I'm right behind her. And how this bitch she didn't even fucking hold the door for me. That shit down there fell on my face, and I didn't. And it's crazy because I noticed her just by her physique, but I didn't really notice her face like that until the fucking door incident. I didn't say anything to her. Um, I just what I do? Oh yeah, I lost my phone, so I had to go to my car or my van to get my phone. Came back. Now I'm inside the gym. I'm doing arms and shit. And it was crazy, right? Here, this how sometimes that's what I be saying. Life be strange to me personally. But during yoga, I was stretching and I looked at her build. I was like, she looked like she can do like 15 pull-ups. And I was laughing inside my head because her physique looked like it. It looked like she do gymnastics. She had like that diamond shape build. I'm like, she looked like she could probably do like 15 pull-ups, right? I'm doing arm day, so I usually do pull-ups, right? And I didn't see her during my workout at all. I didn't even notice her until I got to the pull-up bar, and she was on a treadmill, and I knew she noticed me either in yoga or she noticed me when I got to the pull-up bar because it was like right in front of her. Because soon I went to the pull-up bar, her body flinched and she looked up, then she looked back down, and it's like I was like, and that's like it's crazy if you really pay attention to people. Like I said before, like when the energy comes near them that they're either familiar with, either they like, or something, it grabs their attention. Their body reacts without them even like. Your body would just react before your head even like looks around. Like you're gonna do a flinch, then you're gonna look up like, what the fuck was that? Then you're automatically gonna point to the thing that got your attention. But so I knew either she liked me or I had her attention. I don't know. I think the door thing was just to get my attention, and my personal belief, because I didn't notice her before. I think she probably noticed that because I never even looked at her until she did that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this bitch ain't open the door. But the bitch don't even know that her being kind would take her a long way. Actually, I probably wouldn't even notice. I'm be honest with you, because I don't even talk to chicks my age. So. Well, I try not to, but um, yeah, it was pretty interesting though. I mean, I seen she was watching me a little bit as I was doing my pull ups, but I know she liked me. You know, you see a nigga that you see in yoga class, because a lot of guys they don't do yoga. They think it's like some feminine shit. By the poses, a guy may think that, but it's because it's the way society view things. It's all about this no diddy or it's this other like goofy pause or all that other stuff just to say I'm not gay. Dog, it's either you sleep with guys or you don't. If you don't sleep with guys, you don't need to say pause after something. Like me, like I think when you're actually straight, it's like first of all, you're not saying these gay jokes. You know, like I don't even have like you're not doing no home like you're not doing the act. You're not doing that. You're just acting as is. You're not sitting there doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but I think some dudes they be questioning themselves. They got skeletons in the closet that they haven't got over yet. Dog, you can do yoga. Like, you know. And chicks actually, I mean, they like it. As long as you're not a creep, you know. I was talking to some guy about it, you know. I was like, I was telling him. So, yeah, I was telling him, I was like, man, you know, you should do yoga. There's a lot of chicks in there. I don't know if he had a chick or not. It was some older guy. Oh shit. But I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, you should do yoga. Like, it'll be smooth. You know. But I was like, I was telling him there's a lot of chicks in there. I told his son too, like, you should go there, but just don't go there and start hunting over a bitch. Like, don't do that. Like, it was times I go to yoga, the bitch right in front of me. I'm talking about that coochie's out. Like, I'm like, dang, like, Ernie, you gotta stay focused, you know. Ernie, you gotta stay focused. Even though that coochie print is out, like, I don't know if she's doing that shit on purpose. I don't know. I know she's not wearing panties. Like that coochie's out. Like I'm like, damn, I still remember that shit thinking about it right now. I'm like, damn, this bitch coochie was out. Like, but you just gotta keep a player like no, like I'm not a virgin, so I'm pretty much chilling. You know, that's how you just gotta be. That's how you gotta carry it. Like, yeah, man, it's just a chick. You know, at the end of the day, I always just want the chick that like me. So that's all I'm going for. I'm not going to yoga hunting down some bitch. You know, it just makes it. I don't know, like it's like I know females they always need a safe spot to go. So don't go to a female safe spot and act like a fucking freak. Like go there, relax, act like you've been around chicks before, and The chick that like you, she just gonna walk up to you because she's gonna be comfortable. Like she's gonna be eyeing you, seeing how you act around females. Are you this horny dog that's in here for, the chicks, or are you actually in here to actually learn and actually do good in yoga? And when she actually see your head straight during yoga, she may be more comfortable to talk to you. Like not everything is about a bitch. Life is bigger than a bitch. You dig? Like I think that'd be the whole thing about just maturing, is realizing life is deeper than just some bitch. Dog, you can do other things in life, you know? And as you pursuing your dreams, yeah, the chick that you actually like, she's gonna just walk up to you, or she's gonna make a hint. She's gonna do something, and you're not playing all these games. You're not doing all this. She's gonna actually show interest that she likes you. Like it's just gonna be like, the thing is about social media and all this other stuff is they had this perception on females. It's because a lot of dudes are chasing chicks that don't even like them. Like, dog, like you're chasing a chick that you gotta really like, you're forcing her to like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. She's saying, you gotta have all these credentials. Like, what? Like, let's be serious. Like, if you actually like someone, dog, like, the person that actually likes you, she's not gonna ask you to do anything. Anything. She's not. She's not gonna say, oh, you have to do it. I mean, it maybe you could, let's say like dinner, right? Subconsciously in her mind, she's gonna be like, he's gonna pay for the meal. Just subconsciously, just social norms. The guy pays, right? But if you say, I got dinner, but can you let's go out and let's grab some ice cream. She may be willing to pay for it, you know? If she likes you. Or she will plan dates. She's like, oh, let's hang out. Like, let's do something. Like, people be forgetting that the chick is actually supposed to like you. Like, she actually should want to hang around with you, actually talk to you, like, actually touch you. Like, she has to actually do these things. I got chasing chicks that don't even like you. You know? Sad news. You know? I'm always gonna like the chick that like me. That's just me. Let me stretch out my leg before I do that. Yeah. Yeah, and if I do find a chick, like most likely it's either gonna be in a gym or it's gonna be in yoga class. Like, you know. Just because like that's something that I have interest in. And first why I say the gym or yoga is because I know it takes a lot of discipline to do those things and actually be good at it. Like if a chick is actually like she actually has muscles, like she actually in the gym, I know she take first number one, she take care of her body. She has self-love. And if she chooses me out of the 1 to 10 ratio inside the gym, she know I'm the fucking man. And it's gonna be a high likely that she won't cheat on me with some guy she meets at the bar. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to be a little bit more. You have to be a little bit tactical about your partner and where you should find them at. You know, like a chick at the gym that actually goes to the gym, she's a little bit more focused than the chick that just parties every single weekend, get drunks and just have sex with random individuals that she either meets online or at the bar. Like the chick that goes to the gym, she's gonna be a little bit more self-conscious about a lot of stuff. Like she's gonna be a little bit more picky, because she take care of herself. So you always gotta keep that in mind. If you go to a place, the chick she doesn't really take care of herself or herself spiritually, what do you expect? Like a lot of guys, you go to the social place to find a chick. You go to the bar, you go to the club, and you try to wife up some chick there, or some chick online that you met on some dating website, wondering why it didn't work. Like, come on, dog. Like, now, yes, you have your occurrences that it do actually work out. It actually works out. But the average individual, you should go to a place of self-development to find someone. And you know what's so crazy? Actually, I'm gonna say this. Actually, it don't even matter because if because a chick can always change her mind, you know? She can always change her mind, you know? So she can fall out of love with you. And that's another thing. I mean, you gotta know how to love somebody too. Love has been fading away. You know, people they're more into lust. You know, lust is easy. Love is a little bit harder to obtain. Yeah, a lot of people they just lusting over people. They not loving them. They wouldn't even share a cookie with a person. You know? Oh, oh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of the yoga for today. Um, I know I didn't name any poses I was doing. I was just doing them. I don't remember the names. Whew, man, that was fun. But yeah. Usually I like to end off. Usually when I go to the gym, what I like to do is when I'm at the gym, my ritual is this is like I, I stretch out my spine and I bow down. I just say peace, love, and focus. And that's pretty much it. You know, that's the only thing I want throughout my mind, throughout my day. Peace, love, and focus. With those three things, you can accomplish a lot. You know. But once again, that's today's video. Once again, guys, do yoga. There's nothing yay about it because your mind is on a low vibration. You need to elevate it so you can actually accomplish some big dreams in life. You know. Hope to see y'all again. Church on the move.